You wake up to the faint glow of your phone screen, and all it takes is one look to make your heart race. XRP, the coin that everyone used to laugh at, is now going up above $10. Before your heart can slow down, your brain does the math. 500 coins. That was almost $1,000 a year ago. It's now a whole different thing, an important spot. When a door shuts on the old world and opens on something new, you can almost feel it. It didn't begin with breaking news or a government message. It all began with a tweet at 3 a.m. from Alpha Lions Academy's founder, 𝗙𝗵𝗏. It was a lighthearted post, 12 words. Almost no one will ever have more than 500 XRP. It was simple, but it hit like a wave. After reading it, I couldn't fall asleep. I was looking at an old spreadsheet that used to be my escape, but now looked like it was about to go off. It was somewhere between the bitter taste of midnight coffee and the quiet hum of my laptop. I made the numbers bigger. 415 times 500, which is about $1,000. A trip over the weekend, a few months of coffee, fixing an iPhone screen that's broken, or the cost of something you won't remember. There was a small part of me that knew it wouldn't be that cheap for long. Everyone says to buy when it's safe, when the charts look stable, and when everything is going well in the news. But moves that change lives don't happen then. Bitcoin was thrown out at $12. After 30,000 years, people asked for it to go back down. Those who saw the door close just before it did will deserve praise in history. That door might be 500 XRP. Why is 500 such an important number? Not the cost, but the way people think about it. It's not too big to be felt, but it's enough to make a difference. People miss the fact that there aren't enough items. Institutions have been following XRP around like hawks at night. A company called Trident Digital put down $500 million. Weber International asked for $300 million in cash on hand. Vivo Power put in an extra $100 million. Alt Capital joined the hunt with $10 million up for grabs. These aren't just any crypto traders. These companies are setting themselves up for the long run. There are still plates at the table, but they are going fast. People who buy in stores think they have time. They think about the next drop, the next empty market, and the next great time to buy. But organizations quietly store up while they wait. Scarcity doesn't make itself known. One quiet deal at a time, it gets tighter. Why don't more people grab those 500 coins while they still can? It's because they're afraid, like when a red candle shows up on your screen for the first time. People say they'll never buy anything else. They forget that saving takes time, like grass. For months you water it, but nothing happens until one morning. It grows 6 feet in one night. That's how much time the market wants. A lot of people can't handle it. People who do change their lives. I remember 2021 very well. I bought $20 worth of XRP every Friday. It's small, automatic, and pretty dull. It didn't look like much after 6 months. Then, all of a sudden, the price went up by 30%, and my little routine looked like a good idea. The people I was with laughed. They said you could have made twice as much money on that meme coin. I wasn't after jokes, though. I was looking for usefulness. Memes wear off, utility lasts. Now we are in the present. XRP is getting close to $2, and whales are quietly buying more. $5,000 is equal to 50 coins worth $10 each. Even though it was small compared to the boats and private jets of crypto legends, it was still enough to make anyone wary. The math changes when XRP prices go above or below certain levels. What used to be the cost of skipping a few dinners now feels like rent. People who just want to read something quickly leave just as the story starts to get interesting. 𝗙𝗵𝗏 sees things more broadly. 10,000 XRP is what he calls the freedom number. That's about $2,000, which is how much a used car costs now. If the coin even hints at 11, that car turns into a down payment for a beach house. It might sound crazy. It did, though, when it was $250. After the fact, your point of view changes. Now, here's the catch. When big institutions buy, they don't just look at the news. Every buy sends a signal or flare that other people can follow. Don't forget when MicroStrategy bought Bitcoin. It wasn't just an acquisition, it was a moment that lit the way. XRP is now part of the same feedback loop. When one company invests, the price goes up, the media responds, and then another company does the same. All of a sudden, every barber, Uber driver, and coworker is talking about XRP. There you have the power of motion. There will always be skeptics. They'll talk about harmonization, cases, and the drama in the regulatory world. Okay, there are people who don't believe in every change. But not paying attention to something doesn't make it go away. The fish strikes as soon as you throw out your line. The tour boat has already caught the fish by the time you're ready. Let us talk about numbers now. It sounds like 55 billion XRP is a lot, but most of it never moves. There is much less liquid supply because some coins are locked in escrow, owned by Ripple, or stored in long-term wallets. Picture a town with 55,000 homes, but half of them are still being built and the other 20,000 have been rented out for years. There are only a few thousand for sale. That's how much XRP is actually out there, so even small amounts given by institutions can have a big effect on the market. History shows what happens when there aren't enough stories to go around. Fans come first, then analysts, then the major press, and finally the crowd, who show up too late and have to pay 10 times as much. As people accept, the S-curve always works. XRP is going from being interesting to being a given. Its use case isn't just something from a white paper. It works already in bank tests, remittance corridors, and settlement trials. It's not a dream. It's infrastructure ready to go. Just look at global remittances. Every year, more than $700 billion moves between countries. Fees take a painful bite out of that big number. That's $70 billion worth of value that could be moving through a coin with little float if XRP gets even 10% of that flow. When you add in cross-border settlements, central bank experiments, and treasury allocations, XRP is more than just a token. It turns into liquidity. That's the start of the quiet revolution. Adoption doesn't need a lot of notice. It just needs a spot to press on. It builds up slowly, like water behind a dam, until one crack changes everything. The supply shock doesn't happen slowly. It happens all at once. It won't show up on your calendar. It will come when the world blinks. Some people who made fun of it will say that they